Hey, welcome to the show, and today I want to do a quick setup and disassemble of the Chamonix 4x5 f1 camera. It's a 4x5 view camera made in China. So to take the lens off, you have to move these little two knobs and release them. Let me show you. This one and this one, and then the lens board will come off. You can put it on the side. Then you have to undo the bottom screw and let go of the top so it's loose. You want to keep this up until you take this one off so it's easier. Once that's off, you can undo the sides and let it go down like that. This will go down like this, and then you have to undo the black knobs on the side and let it go down. It will go into place on its own, and then you just have to screw those knobs back so it's, strong and it won't open on its own. Once this is done, your camera is ready to put away. Just let me take it off the tripod. This is ready. You have your glass protector here. So you want to take it off. I'll show you now. So basically, if you receive your camera, you're going to receive this, just like it is right now, with a protector in a little sleeve that they send, like a protective wrap, which I recommend you keep for the bag. You put it on your tripod, on your table, or whatever you want. A flat surface will do. So first thing I'm going to do, now that you can see this, you have to lift both sides, not just one, both sides, to remove the protector. That will come off, because if it's flat like that, it won't go in. So you take it off, leave it on the side, and now you want to undo these knobs, the black knobs on the sides. Lift the camera, it will stop on its own at 90 degrees. You want to tighten those knobs again. Then the front standard is loose, as you can see. You can do all the movements you want. You have to choose which screw you want to have it on. As you can see here on the bottom, you have different screws. Look, let me show you, extending it all the way out. You see? Depending on what focal length, you want to choose one of these. So I'm going to use a 210 millimeter right now. So I'm going to put it like on the one before the last, so the camera's, out in a comfortable position. Screw the bottom screw, which you have to center on the sides here. Look. So you see these little white dots on the front standard. There are also little dots on the screw and the board that you're going to screw onto. So you want to align that. There you go. And then tighten it down. That would be like a 0 position, which is where you want to start. Then the front lens mount has to go up. You see in these guides, you have this little silver dot and the white dot. You just have to push it up, screw it on, and that would be 0. This would be at 0. To put the lens, there's a bottom little clip and there's a top, these two little knobs that will turn. So you want to put this in first, the bottom, then the top. Then you just see them come out. That would be ready. Now your lens can go up or down, and you can tighten it back again. So that would be the setup. You'd be ready to shoot. You basically just need to put a cable release, and then focusing works in the back. So now I'd be coming up closer, or if I turn it clockwise, it would go further. So this just goes up. Also, you want to keep in mind these knobs on the sides here, on the bottom plate, will move the back standard. So as you can see, it will move, it will extend out or further in if you're using wide lenses, but there's a 0 position, which is this little silver against the bottom bed. So there's one. It's just hard to do with camera looking down, but there's 2. So that would be when it's locked on 0. That's why you want it to start and when you want to fold it. So that is how you set up your camera. Then if you want to change the orientation from portrait to landscape, you have to lift these two little bars here. the back comes off, as you can see. I was on portrait. Now I'm going to turn it to landscape. Gonna feel it come on the bottom. Lift them back up, because if you have them down, it won't let you, and you'll just drop it and it will break. So lift them up, push them in, and push them down. That's locked now. Then to put the film holder in, you just have this spring back. So you can see, you would just grab a normal film holder, push the back open a little bit, and slide it in. That's locked. Now you can't pull it out unless you lift it up away from the back and slide it back out. Okay, so if you're shooting on a medium format back, you can take off the ground glass. All you have to do is lift it up, and that comes off. Now you've got your space for the medium format back. Ground glass is here. Put it somewhere safe. You don't want to break this. And then these two knobs on the top will apply pressure on the back of the medium format, and these two knobs on the bottom will also apply, the lock. So this would be, your back would go here, your medium format would go here, you'd be ready to shoot. If you want to put it back in, you put these away, grab your ground glass. Of course, you want the side that has a bit of a cutout to be the side where the film holder goes in. So you just have to place it closely, and pushing it firmly down will lock it back in. As you can see, it's back in. As you want to put it away, grab your protector, lift it up, and it's in place. Now you can't take it off unless you lift it up again. So that was all for setting up your Chamonix 4x5 f1 camera. Also, if you want to take off your bellows, you have this top clip which you release upwards. The front of the bellows will be out now, and then on the sides here and on the other side you have these little screws which you have to turn counterclockwise till you feel like they're about to come off, and that means the back of the bellows can come off. There we go. Now you could change the bellows to a back bellows or a normal bellows, and you'd be ready, to shoot wide angle. As you can see, there's not much to the camera, even though there's a lot more than it looks like. It's just, where the lens goes, where the film goes, and light, tight bellows in the middle. So if you want to put them back in, I recommend going the front first, especially if you have the lens on. Put the bottom in first, then slide this back down, and then the bottom goes first. As you can see here, this little metallic piece will hold them on the bottom. So you want to start on the bottom. Put the bottom in first, then the top, and then screw one side. That should be enough. Then screw the other side all the way in. If you have doubts if this is properly, placed, I highly recommend you just go back to removing the back and checking it out. If your bellows are in there, they're fine. So you put the back on, lock it, lift it up, remember, put it down, lock it. So that was all for setting up a Chamonix 4x5 f1, and also how to undo it and put it back into your backpack or suitcase. If you have any doubts, or you got any more questions, or you want to see any other videos about this camera, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.